So the video has started, and today I have House of Wallenberg with me, or Peter, I don't know
Petter
how.
Wallenberg, from House of Wallenberg. Yeah,
Petter
yeah.
is a Swedish name.
It's a Swedish name, and it's like better but with a P.
Okay, so May 6th you released your latest track, I believe, is that correct?
That's
Featuring a
correct.
diva.
Featuring a diva. Yeah.
I love the song.
Thank you.
It's a very good dance track.
So
Okay, and
it's kind of like a gospel track.
yes, a little bit. So give us an update. What is the latest news, House of Wallenberg, right now, before we start with the questions?
Well, the latest news from House of Wallenberg is that I'm releasing my new album, My House Is Your House, which is coming out this Friday, the 3rd of June. And that will feature the single, I believe, featuring a diva, and it will also feature 10 other tracks featuring other house legends and big voices of dance music for the past 25 years. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, me too. So send us the press release so we can make a article. Okay, but our interview is not about music because we're not a professional music magazine. I want to know a little bit more about you and your life, and I expect some spectacular answers.
Oh.
So let's see. Okay, alien. Who, living or dead, do you think could be an alien?
Oh.
And
who
why?
live who living on who which famous person could be an alien?
It don't has to be a famous person.
Um, I sort of think the Kardashians are probably from outer space and they've been put here to spy on humans. And obviously, Kanye West is quite suspicious too. So I suspect that that whole clan do have some kind of alien connection. And I think we should be very careful around water because they're probably here to steal our water, which
Okay.
aliens usually are.
Okay. A good answer. Um, at school, have you been bullied or have you been a popular one?
At school, I was always loud, and I did end up in fights. And I think, when you grow up gay, you are different, and you kind of have to stand up for yourself. So it can have elements of being bullied. And I think, there were some parts of it that I did get picked on for being gay, but I've also been very good at standing up for myself and always been quite loud and, able to sort of bite back and answer back. So I think I would be somewhere in between.
Okay. You grew up in Sweden?
Yeah, I grew up
Uh,
in Stockholm.
it's also a very gay friendly country, I think. So maybe you don't get bullied too
Not
much.
where I grew up. No,
No?
honey. Where I grew up, it was in the ghetto, so that wasn't very gay friendly at all, and it
Okay.
still isn't. So
So
it's
it
only real.
changed?
Well, it's only certain parts of Sweden that are very liberal and
Okay.
metropolitan. And then if you grow up somewhere else, or if you're in the kind of concrete ghettos, of course, it's the same as everywhere else in the world. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a friendly place, so it depends on where you are and the time.
Okay. Um, are you involved in any charity projects?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm quite sort of involved in a lot of charity work, and like I did the campaign "Love Yourself, Test Yourself," which was an HIV awareness campaign that I did, and that really sort of got me more and more involved in doing that type of work. So at the moment, I'm working on a project in Africa. It's secret, but you'll know more in the future.
Okay. Your most embarrassing moment.
Oh my God, this is the question I always dread because, you know, I never used to have an answer to that because, I hadn't really thought about it. But something happened 6 months ago that will always be my most embarrassing moment. And I run a club night in Stockholm. And I had my club night, and we always kind of make it a really fun night with, a lot of visuals and like a quite sort of spectacular night. And this particular night, we had some visuals and my music video playing up on the screen behind the DJ booth. And I was charging my mobile phone. Um, and I had to plug it into the computer, which is the same computer that was showing the projections to the whole club. Now, I didn't think about the fact that when you plug your phone in, your photo album comes up on the screen. And I had quite some private pictures in that album, shall we say, of me with maybe not that much clothes on. And suddenly I started seeing people waving and going like, and I was like, huh, yeah, it's great, fun night, isn't it? The great visuals, yeah. And then the pointing and going, and then one of the guests came over and said, "Are you going to show us that live later on?" And I looked up to the screen, and I literally felt like I just wanted to disappear from the planet. It was so embarrassing.
But it's an amazing answer. Thank you. Okay, the most desirable man or woman for you?
Well, I always say I like two types of men with glasses and men without. So that pretty much answers the question.
Okay. Your favorite part of your body?
My brain.
Your brain. Okay. We never had that answer before. What kind of gossip do you or would you like to hear about yourself or read about yourself?
Gossip?
Mm-hmm.
Anything as long as not true. I don't want to read any gossip about me that's true.
Okay.
But they can make up anything else.
Something you would prefer?
Well, I don't think there's that much gossip about my private life that would interest anybody. My private life is pretty basic. I go out, I get drunk, and I go home, and that's it. So they'd have to make something up to make it more fun if they're going to gossip about something.
Okay, maybe I think about something later. The hottest outfit in your wardrobe at the moment?
This one, I like this one. This is my favorite at the moment. It's from KTZ in London, which is my favorite shop. And as you can see, it's matching my art behind me as well.
Yes. I wanted to ask you what happened to your rainbow beard. I got one press picture from, you know what picture I mean? Okay.
My rainbow beard was when some unicorns came and had a bukkake session on my beard.
Okay. Was it just photoshopped or did you put
It was real. It was real.
Okay.
I had a gangbang orgy with some unicorns.
That would be nice gossip. Immortality. Do you take it or not? And why?
I think, immortality is a very big question. I mean, I think we all want to leave something behind, but I always think like Dorian Corey says in Paris is Burning. Have you seen Paris is Burning?
Yes, not so much in the German TV news. I don't know why, but...
Very, very important documentary about gay life in New York in the 80s. And Dorian Corey says, everybody wants to leave a mark on the world, but the most important thing is to just get through it and have fun and enjoy it. And if a few people remember your name, hooray for you.
Well, I think your music will stay. Don't you think? Dance music always stays.
I hope so.
I'm sure. The worst and the best job you've ever had?
Oh my God. The worst job I've ever had. I mean, I'm from a very trashy background. I'd been a toilet cleaner when I was young, When I moved to London when I was 19, I was cleaning toilets. I was doing all sorts of shitty jobs. And, I think the best job that I've ever had is what I'm doing now. Like, I'm able to express my ideas and be creative and have fun and make a living.
Of course. Tell us about your last kiss. Was it from a unicorn?
Yeah. It was the Easter Bunny. Came and rainbow kissed me on the lips.
And the truth?
The truth about my last kiss. The last kiss. Well, I do like kissing, so I do kiss a lot. And I think my last kiss, I was kissing about 10 people on Friday night when I had my club night. So, I like to kiss. So anyone's welcome to come over and kiss me.
Okay. Um, the last lie you've told.
The one I just told you now.
Which one? The one from the Easter Bunny or the 10 people?
The one about the last kiss.
Okay. What is the most interesting thing online for you at the moment?
Facebook is so addictive, and you can lose hours just sort of going through people's profiles and snooping on them and seeing what they're writing and what they're posting, and before you know it, you've spent 5 hours just looking through random photo albums.
Okay. I'm not a big Facebook fan, so you are. Are you also on Instagram or Twitter, or is Facebook still your favorite?
Facebook, I'm hooked on, but it's also because of my music and the PR side of it. Instagram and Twitter, I just don't like it. I can't get involved with it. It's like a kind of thing I try to sort of force myself to do, but I just don't feel it.
Okay. Yeah, for music PR, I think Instagram is not so good. But you said something about the art, so you paint these pictures behind you, for example?
No, this one is my ex-boyfriend painted it for
Uh,
me,
no, I
and
just asked because on Instagram you can perfectly share pictures or only pictures. That's why I
yeah.
was asking. So, yeah, at the moment everybody's going to Instagram. I'm also not a big fan, but I have to be there. So, but you are on Facebook.
Yeah.
So if people want to get in contact with you, Facebook.
Facebook or Grinder? No, just kidding.
Well, name one celebrity you would love to get naughty with and why.
Oh, Vladimir Putin. I
Serious?
I think I'd teach him a lesson.
Hmm. I'm not sure if I should ask this question because we maybe both get in prison, but sometimes I think he don't need to get teached gay lessons. You know what I mean? Do
He
you
probably
saw
knows
his
so.
topless pictures in the woods? And I was thinking like, okay.
Do you think he's a top or bottom?
Top. I think he's a top.
Really? I think he's a bottom. He's trying to prove so much. He must be a bottom.
Maybe. Okay, but I definitely think he's into leather.
Oh, really?
Do you?
I I think he's probably one of those really vanilla queens that it's all mouth, and then when you get him into bed, it's quite boring and a kiss and good night.
Do you think he's a transvestite bottom?
A drag
A
queen?
drag queen?
Um, I don't know. I'd like to find out. If you can get me in touch with him.
I'm sure after I release this video, we will hear from the Russian ambassador. Um, you are a little bit closer than me. I'm in Germany, you're in Sweden. Okay, a one-way trip to outer space. We definitely have to plan one now. Name 3 things you leave behind.
Three things I leave behind, or 3 things I take with me?
Behind, you leave behind.
Or 3 things that I really don't want with me in
No,
outer space.
one-way trip to outer space, so you never come back.
So 3 things that I never want to see again.
Yes.
Oh, I think I would leave money because I wouldn't need it. So I'd leave my credit cards, and I would leave condoms because you wouldn't use condoms in space, would you? You know.
I have no idea.
And I would leave food and never eat food again, and just have those little space pills that you take one pill and you're full for the rest of the day.
Funny pills?
Ecstasy.
Okay, maybe you should take a lot of water. Because if aliens come here to steal water, maybe you need water. Okay, what was the weirdest prank you ever made?
Oh, the weirdest prank.
Are you a prankster?
Well, I did pull an April Fool's Day on my friend, and I gotta remember what was it I did, but it was very good. it almost made her. Yeah, I rang up and this girl I know who has a rival chick. They hate each other. And this girl I know is a musician and she writes songs. So I rang her up and said, "Oh, did you know that your rival just released a song called blah, blah, blah," which was the title of my friend's song. I said, "Oh, yeah, no, it's doing really well. It's in all the press and everything." And she was literally about to, like, ring a lawyer by the end of that phone call. That was probably the most credible prank I did was that one.
Did she call you a bitch after that prank?
Yeah, I think she called me a few more names than that.
Okay, a question you like to answer but never been asked in an interview before.
Will you marry me?
Maybe. Do you regret anything?
I'd like to say no, because everyone always says, "Oh, I have no regrets." But of course, there are things that I do regret, like, like little details that, such as like, "Oh, I wish that I would have like um, made a different sort of mix for that track with Layla K before I released it," or just little things like that. But in general, like in terms of my life, do I regret anything? Hell no.
Good. The most spontaneous or strangest thing you've ever done?
That's probably when I ran away from home and hitchhiked around Europe when I was 15.
That sounds,
Pretty spontaneous.
yeah, I, I lost the word. Exciting. That sounds exciting, but also dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
Did somebody try to touch you in a bad way?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, maybe better. Okay, but we all have these fantasies. Something you would not touch with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, vegan food.
Sorry?
Vegan food.
Oh, vegan food. Yeah,
I
it
love
sounds
meat.
not like much fun.
I'm a meat eater. I love meat.
Okay. In Germany, it's already a big trend to eat vegan. Is it in Sweden the same? Is it
Yeah.
popular now or in or okay. So, ugly and live forever or attractive and die in a year?
Oh, ugly and live forever. Absolutely.
Okay. Um well, do you have a vision for your life?
In which way?
I think this is a stupid question. I think I should remove it from the list because obviously most artists have a vision for their life, no? I think
Yep.
so.
I mean, my vision is that I just really want to keep doing what I'm doing, having loads of fun, and just, kick some ass along the way.
Yeah,
If I can
that's
do
a
that
good
and end up
idea.
happy, then I'm happy.
Yeah, I think I removed this question for the next time. What would you do if you could get away with anything?
Oh, I would I would like to be invisible and just go into sort of politicians' bedrooms and follow them and sort of see what they're doing and get into all these situations. And then I'd sort of be able to kind of turn into someone else and just go and have sex with lots of kind of random men on building sites. And then I would sort of go into um, uh, just places where you're not allowed to be and just see everything in there. Oh, there'd be so much I could get up to.
Okay, I think you answered the next question, but I ask, what superpower would you like to have?
I'd like to be invisible, and I'd like to travel in time, actually. I think that would be a good superpower.
That would be cool.
I'd love to travel in time and travel back and sort of just hang out and observe everybody and kind of just get into situations and see how it really was.
I would like to time travel too. Do you like Doctor Who?
I've not seen that much of it, actually. I know. I should be ashamed of myself, really.
No, it's really good. I love it. If no, I have to change. So the last question already. No, wait. If there's one thing you would like to know us about you, what would it be?
I'm not just a pretty face. I've also got a brain on me. And no. If there's one thing I'd like you to know about me, it's just, that my new album was coming out, and I want everyone to listen to it and listen to some house music with a bit of soul in it and a bit of a sort of heart and soul. And I'd like everyone to listen to that and just check it out.
What is
My House is Your House, and it's coming out on Friday, the 3rd of June.
This is the name of the album. My
Yeah.
House is okay. And it's coming out next Friday, you said.
Yeah, this Friday coming, the 3rd of June.
Yes.
And
Good.
it's a trip back to the roots of house music in gospel, soul, and underground gay clubs.
Okay, in one song you have featuring a diva. Do you feature other artists on the album?
Yeah, I'm featuring Angie Brown, who was a big 90s house legend. I'm featuring Victoria Wilson-James from Soul to Soul and The Shaman. And I'm featuring the one half of the queer rappers, Your Majesty from Florida. And I'm featuring Frankie Farrow, who was Marvin Gaye's backing singer. And there's a few more on there, so it'll be fun.
Okay, many surprises. Good. And the last question I have is, how would you survive the zombie apocalypse?
Oh. How would I survive the zombie apocalypse? I would sort of just drink lots of alcohol so that I would be on a zombie level myself, and then everyone would just think I was one of them, and I would just kind of, blend into the background and survive.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much for your time. It was super fun.
Thank you for having me.
And maybe I see you in a Russian prison soon.
You never know. I'll be sending you selfies of me and Putin.
Okay. What are you doing now?
Now I'm going to have dinner and just chill out for the evening.
You are very lucky. I have an appointment with my personal trainer now and he will torture me. So, enjoy the dinner.
Thank you.
Think of me and
Definitely.
Hope to speak to you soon. Do you ever come to Cologne?
I don't know. I'd love to come and DJ. If if you're doing something, let me know.
Well, I'm not into party scene that much, so but maybe one day.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Keep me posted on when this is going online.
Of course, I will.
Great.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.